Hey, so I got a comment saying what options did I choose when I was like in high school, and I guess that's like A-level or GCSEs, so I thought I would address that and maybe give people some advice on choosing things. So the first choice I really had to make subject-wise was when I was choosing my GCSE options. For my school we had to do compulsory English, maths, science, RS and IT, and then we got to choose 3 others. And I was in a very strange year where basically in England there was this thing that might have been happening called the baccalaureate, and they were like, we're not really sure what's happening with it, but you might need it to get into university. So that meant you had to take a language, you had to take a humanity, and then you got to choose. So I did that, I was going to anyway, and I took French, geography and art. And I don't regret taking them, except if I went back I would probably have chosen something else. The way I see it is that I should have just chosen the subjects I really loved going to, but instead I chose the subjects I thought I would be good at, I guess. I don't know, I don't regret taking geography and art, because I guess art really was core to me doing an art major now, but the way I got taught it, I guess I didn't reach my full potential in it. But French is a completely different matter. I took it because I really did feel pressured to learn a language, but the thing is, I never engaged in that class well, so taking another subject meant I actually would have come out with another GCSE. I actually have a D in French, which isn't even a pass at that level, so technically I never even passed it. It's complicated because I really did enjoy the class, so I wouldn't go back and change it, but I'm sure I'd love something even more. Like, I probably would have taken drama and media. My advice for choosing options at that level, or that level about, would be to not narrow your options too much. I guess people who took stuff like drama, art and maybe textiles or something did enjoy them, but to me that would have just been too narrow, and if I wanted to radically change my mind like I did end up doing, I would have had a too narrow kind of scope. So I would just kind of get a wide range of subjects, but make sure you do subjects that you really do enjoy and that you actually want to go to and actually want to engage in. There's no point like taking a subject that maybe you're good at, but if you just don't actively want to engage in it, there's just no point. The next thing I had to choose was my A-levels, and that was a really strange time. At that time I thought I was going to computing because that was my strongest subject and I was very excited about it, and when I like just about started it was a new subject and I was like, sweet, I can do this, and they'd like pitched it to us as having like good careers prospects and stuff, so I was like, oh sweet, I'll do a computing degree. And then I was like, oh, what do they want with that kind of thing. I actually intended on doing economics, maths, geography and computing, and that would have been really strange because I did IT instead of economics, and IT ended up being my favourite subject. The important thing about that was that I went to a taster class, and if you have the opportunity to go to a taster class or maybe asked to sit in on a class, that's always really good, because I really did see what it's about, and I just was like, I would hate this, I would resent taking this as one of my subjects. So when I actually made those decisions, it wasn't that hard for me. I took computing because it was new, so I think maybe if you can take a new subject, that's always good. Strangely, I talk about it like I didn't enjoy it because I did encounter a bit of sexism and I did find it quite hard, but actually I did learn a lot of interesting things, and if you wanted to take computing I would really recommend it because although there's a lot, it's quite varied. Not many people I think of it that way, and I actually helped with like an evening thing, and I actually had to pitch computing, and it really does help me have an understanding of actually what's going on when I'm on my computer. I'm on it all the time, doing work, doing editing, and like just printing stuff. I just have a more thorough understanding of what's actually happening, and it just helps me with like basic troubleshooting, which I know seems a bit strange, but just doing a 2-year course and actually being able to understand that makes me really happy that I actually have that knowledge. The other side of it is coding, which is also really fun. It's also really creative. I actually learned the language processing, which I would recommend as a hobby. If you want another hobby, try learning processing. It's really fun, it's really creative. I learned some basic concepts of coding, so that's just a really strange skill that I didn't really realise was a skill I had until I came to university and was like, oh, I can do this, why not, kind of thing. That was a bit of a tangent, but yeah, I did find computing really cool. Maths I was good at, and then I got to A-level. Maths I was really good at, but when I got to A-level I realised I didn't want to do it. I really didn't enjoy it. I just was like, I want something more creative in my life. But like a lot of people I know really did enjoy maths because they were doing like maths and physics and stuff, and that was kind of their thing. So I'm not saying don't do it, but really do like what you want to do rather than what you're good at, because most of the time those do go in hand, but sometimes you might want to reevaluate it. I think I didn't have enough scope on my A-level choices. I really did love geography, and humanities was perfect for me. Maybe I should have taken another one. I think I should have taken media, but then like that might have conflicted with IT. One thing I would say is don't worry about what career or what degree or like the next step you're going to go to, because honestly they don't care that much. Maybe like if you wanted to do a degree in a very specific subject like history and you had no kind of background in it at all, like you didn't have a GCSE and then like you didn't do English or something, they wouldn't have you. But most places will take you if you can express how much you love the subject. Like I have no A-levels really, well I thought they weren't relevant, but then they were. And really if you just do things that you love, things will come to you. So it's not really something you have to worry about, even though they kind of make you feel like you need to. I feel like at school they made me feel like I needed a plan for my subjects and that they would just get narrower and narrower and narrower till I'd choose my one, and then I'd choose my career kind of thing. So it would just keep getting narrower, but really it's just getting broader. So like just choose something you love and you enjoy and that you want to learn. Like don't forget, I was thinking about this the other day, they really do emphasize employability in schools, and that kind of takes away from the fact you are actually learning. So just choose something you want to learn more about or something you enjoy learning about, and the career prospects will find you. I can do so many things with the degree I'm getting right now. I can just do whatever I want, and if I don't have the qualifications I can learn them kind of thing. So just do things that you love. One thing I will say with GCSEs and A-levels is that you can always change right at the beginning of the year. I think lots of people worry about that and they're worried they might get behind. The thing is, being behind 2 weeks is nothing compared to being in 6 months and realising you made a terrible decision. If you want some inspiration, some of the subjects I kind of wish I'd taken were drama, anthropology and media. Geography was really cool. I really liked it. I am a massive advocate of geography. Some people are like, ew, rivers, I don't like it, but I really like the human side, which is a bit like anthropology, but like not as in-depth. And I actually got to do an essay on human health. No one would have, like, what? I think when you first start geography, it really is quite focused on the physical, but you really have human and physical, and I really love geography a lot. And I think there are a lot of interesting points. I got to do politics and medicine in geography. It was crazy, and I just thought it was really cool. So if you're just like, oh, it's just rocks and flooding and cool field trips, I don't know, maybe give it like another look. I don't know. Media, I wish I'd done. I mean, I'm doing it now, but it's not the same kind of thing. But still, I really do think I sidelined it because it has a really terrible reputation, and I think a few subjects do have those reputations. That means you're more likely to sideline them and choose something else. So like I probably took French because I was like, oh, that will look good on my resume. Oh, why? Another important thing is looking at how your work is going to be assessed, because some people thrive on, I'm thriving on just coursework because my coursework is limited. There was a point in my A-levels where I had so much coursework, it was weighing me down, and literally my grades suffered because of it. So look at how that's assessed. You might want to have like a balance, or you might want to have all exams, or you might want to have just coursework, and there is so many options that you can do. You're learning skills and things. Learn what you love, not what other people judge you for. So yeah, that's all the advice I have on choosing options and stuff. I guess the same thing can be applied for everything, from when you have to choose the smallest things, like I guess a secondary school is small, all the way up to when you're choosing like a job and stuff, is choose something that makes you happy. Not because you think it will make you look cool or because your friend's doing it. Choose something because you love it. You make new friends. I hope my advice has been useful. I'm sorry this upload's going to be after midnight. I'm tired. VEDF is hard while travelling. I have been away Friday through to today, and I had the technical issues on Saturday. I hope you enjoyed the video and you like the style and you like this location because I get to sit on a fluffy rug. I will see you soon. Bye.